This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everyone. It's Roxanne, and we're waiting a few more minutes to start the meeting. We're hoping to get a quorum. Right now, we've got Roxanne, we've got Hollis, we've got Pam Neighbors, Red I see you've just joined, we've got Rudy, and we've got Will from the city on the phone. If you all don't want to be heard right now, you might want to mute your phones, and we'll wait just a couple more minutes to hopefully.
Roxanne, yes. Richard signing up. He lost the meeting number.
Okay. Did somebody send it to him?
I just did.
Excellent. Thank you. So Pam Capps has let me know that she cannot make this meeting tonight. Rudy, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So Pam Caps has let me know that she is not going to be joining us tonight. So while we're waiting for Richard to join us, can you advise on what we need to do as far as having an official meeting?
Okay, so we'll need to table the, well, anything that needs an approval. I believe Retta was trying to get a COA and have us meet next Monday. If we miss the deadline of the 40 days, it goes back to the city and they approve it based on my HBO report. I don't believe it's been 40 days yet. Retta, can you hear us?
I don't know whether or not Retta can hear you, but I see that I believe the application was turned in on October 26th.
Okay.
Someone from the city or Retta can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I believe you're correct. Now, we're still waiting on Richard.
Right.
But Pam cannot be here. We will not have a quorum. Again, I believe Retta was saying that they talked to me over the weekend with a roofer that's supposed to work on her house. She's trying to get a COA and for us to meet next Monday.
All right.
So that still gives us one more week, an opportunity to do this.
Okay, so we are going to look at a special meeting. Well, and we're still waiting for Richard, but looking at a special meeting to review this COA for Kathy Chestnut's building at 317 4th Street. Yeah, November 16th.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was looking at my
Okay.
calendar. You're correct. The 16th we can meet again.
Okay, will you have a quorum if Richard gets on?
Roxanne, Retta's asking you a question.
I don't believe so, Retta, because as I understand it, the chair can't vote unless there's some special provision that if we don't have enough commissioners that I can vote. But that's
No,
what I.
Roxanne, the last time we were at a meeting, I told you we've always voted. 20
I know,
years.
but Retta, but Rudy and I were both under the impression from reading the ordinance that the chair does not vote.
Well, the chair does vote. So anyway, do you have 4 if Richard comes?
I'm looking up the UDC real quickly.
Do you have a 4 quorum if Richard comes? Can you not hear me?
We can hear
Yes,
you, Retta. Here, I'll tell her, Rudy. Rudy is pulling up the UDC right now to figure out whether or not I can vote. If Richard joins and I can vote, yes, we have a quorum.
Okay. You're changing something that has been a part, the way it has been since 2006. Well, actually before then, the first agendas and everything first.
I understand that, Retta,
Mhm.
and you helped write the code, so we're just making sure that we're right.
Mhm.
Roxanne, so far on number 9, under 7, the commission shall be empowered to. Number 9, it says a quorum for the transactions of business shall consist of not less than 4 members present at a meeting. But I'm still looking for that one clause about the chairperson.
Well, there's 4 members that would be there.
I do see that Richard has joined us. So Richard, we're just figuring out whether or not I can vote, so we can figure out whether or not we have a quorum.
Does
Because-
Richard,
Do you
Does
have a
Richard-
quorum? Do you have 4 people there? You have a quorum if you have 4 people, commissioners there. You have a quorum.
I don't see it, Roxanne.
All right. Well then, should we go forward with under the assumption that the chair can vote?
Yes.
Pam Neighbors, Hollis, Richard, can I hear from you?
Yes, that's fine with me. I think that the chair has always voted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it is 5:45, November 9th, 2020. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. We'll start with our roll call. I'm Roxanne Sorrell, Chair. Hollis Boatwright, are you present?
Yes, present.
Pam Neighbors, are you present? I see Pam, but I don't hear her. Richard, are you present?
He's still muted.
I see him and I can see that he's muted. Oh, Richard, are you here?
Yes, now I think I am. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. And we heard Pam earlier. Pam, you here? I see you're unmuted, Pam. All right, we have Retta, our advisor,
Yes.
and we have our historic preservation officer, Rudy.
Here.
All right,
Oh, now I see her.
I see you, Pam. Is your microphone not working? Because I can see you and I can see you talking. But we can do things the way that they do in the Texas legislature. And 1 is yes and 2 is no. All right. All right. And then we have running the meeting, Will Davies from the city. Okay. Welcome guests. I don't think we have any guests this evening. I don't think we had anybody signed up to speak tonight. So we will go on to our main items in our agenda. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action on the following items. Originally on our agenda, we have consideration of the October 26th minutes, but I think Rudy may have wanted to motion to table that because they weren't ready yet. Rudy,
All right.
did you want to table, or did we want to delay the approval of the October 26th minutes?
Yes, because I still don't have information on the beginning and the end. Last meeting, I got caught out. You want to table that? Make a motion?
Do we have a motion to table the October 26th minutes?
I make a motion to table the October 26th minutes.
Hollis, that was you?
Yes,
All right. Do we have a second?
This is Richard. I second.
Richard seconds. And so we'll vote. I vote in favor. Pam
I vote-
Neighbors vote in favor.
Hollis Boatwright votes in favor.
All right.
Richard Standifer votes in favor.
All right. So we're going to table consideration of the October 26th minutes. Item number 2 is, Richard, do we have an update on any new mock-ups for those color choices for the gateway sign?
Mr. Manning promised me he'd have me something this week. We've had some discussion about it, but I don't have anything to show you. There should be some revisions, though, coming sometime this week, and I'll email them to everybody.
All right, we will watch for those. So So I don't think we were planning on voting on those today, so I don't think we need to table anything.
No,
Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
you're correct. We don't have to.
All right, onward. We are going to consider 2 new commissioner applications. We got 2 resumes over the last couple of weeks. I sent them out to all of you. Did we have time to review those?
Hollis Boatright, I reviewed them and I think they're both good applicants.
All right, thanks, Hollis. Pam Neighbors says 1, which is yes. So is that, am I to assume that you agree with Hollis? Okay, Pam Neighbors is saying yes, and we can see her, those of us that are watching. Richard, input?
I'm sorry to say I have not reviewed the, um, well, maybe I did a while back. I don't know, but I'll defer to Hollis on this, and if she supports them, I do too.
All right, and I sent them out to you, and let's see here. It
I
is,
don't doubt it. I could have missed them.
oh, it's okay. Hold on, let me pull these up and I'll tell you everybody's name and give you some basic info, or at least make sure that we have everybody's name correct. Give me just a second. All right, so we have Wendy Cambridge, who lives in Cielo Springs, and looks like Wendy has spent some time doing administrative support and has lived here for about 2 years. Maybe last place of residence was somewhere in California, but I can't really tell. And then our other person is Jim Bunty, who lives in town off of River Road and has lived here, I think, since at least 2017, has sat on other preservation boards. So do we want to motion to approve these folks one by one, or do we want to table this?
This is Hollis. I think we should go ahead and make a motion to approve these 2. Have you talked to Sherry though, Roxanne?
I did try to get Sherry for us, and I did send her the application, and I don't think that she has submitted it.
Well, I
And I
think
know,
we have these 2 and they look like good applicants. I think we should go ahead and make a motion to approve these to the city council.
all right, would anybody like to second the motion? Pam Neighbors is showing me 1 that she would like to second the motion, so we will go ahead and vote, and I will go with approve. Yay. Hollis, your vote?
Yay.
Pam Neighbors is telling me 1, which is yes. Richard?
Yes.
1 also. Yes. All right. And Hollis, I didn't hear you if you said something.
I said yes, I approve.
Okay. All right. All right. So we have approved both Jim and Miss Cambridge, Wendy Cambridge, Jim Bunty, and we're going to go ahead and send that on to the council. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to our next item. Prepare and submit annually to the City Council a report summarizing the work completed during the previous year for 2020, which I believe I am supposed to be doing. So I will have to get with some of you because I haven't been on the commission all year, and I'll want to have some input from you. Rudy, did you have any input on that or any direction?
No, I do not. That's something local. You might want to ask Greta if she's done it before.
Yes, we always had annual reports.
That
So
goes
you
to the
know what
city.
all should go into it, Retta?
And they all should be on file. So you might, I'm going to be over there. Maybe it'd be a good idea to look at the ones that in the past, see what they said, and if you want to elaborate on them or change them or whatever.
Okay. All right. Why
You
don't
go
you call
back
me during the week, Retta? They just canceled school for the little kids
and,
for the next 2 days, so it's going to be interesting. But
yeah, we go over and look at how many COAs and all that kind of stuff, and the successes and the things like that, things that are pending, everything.
okay. All right. All right. So COA and HPO report on the following. We have our Old Blanco Emporium building new signage, and since we do have a quorum, then hopefully we don't have to have this special meeting on the 16th.
No, the special meeting for the 16th is mine.
Oh, what is it for, Retta?
It's for roofs on my properties.
Okay,
Rudy,
is there a COA that's just been turned in?
it will be, yes, it will be turned in Wednesday, and Rudy will be putting the notice in the city hall.
Okay, so this is, all right, so then we'll go on to tonight's COA.
Yeah, then he'll send it out to y'all.
Okay, so then Rudy, you have prepared a report on this application. I think that I have it in front of me, but I think we would like you to go over it and give us your advice.
Sure. Okay, let me go ahead and read it then. The applicant is requesting a certificate of appropriateness to install two new signages 16 feet wide by 4 feet high. Each one would make it 64 square feet using AMDO plywood, horizontal mounted on the upper stucco cement plaster wall of the facade above the porch slope roof. One is a replacement in equal size and position facing Pecan Street. The name of the business will be We Got It. The address is 317 4th Street. The Smith Building, it's a non-contributing building. And the attachments that I received were the 3 pages of the application, the commercial building permit, 4 pages, 2 pages of signage descriptions, design plan with dimensions. 1 page has a colored print photos from the 1 Pecan Street view, number 2, the 4th Street view, and 3, it's a sky view. I guess they use Google with a camera. And the last page is with a printed sign as it actually looks. The background, the applicant is proposing for 2 medium density overlay plywood signs at 64 square feet. My report is that a wood sign is a combustible material based on the International Building Code that the City of Blanco ordinances amended on Article 26.6 Design Standards, General Section 26.06.005, page 25. Based on the rules, the City of Blanco, the commissioners of the Blanco Historic Preservation Commissions should approve the certificate of appropriateness for only 2 wooden signages that are 64 square feet each, with the restrictions in the fact finding number 2. No light fixtures are allowed with this report of any kind, nor any other signs or posters. If the owners want to install lights, they must face in or down light fixture. Another COA and a permit will be required. Let me go to the fact finding number 1. These wood wall signs that are attached to the exterior walls of solid masonry, concrete, or stone shall be safely and securely attached by the means of metal anchors, bolts, or expansion screws of not less than 3/8 of an inch in diameter and shall be embedded at least 5 inches. Wood blocks should not be used for anchorage except for the case of wood signs attached to a building with walls of wood. A wall sign shall not be supported by anchors secured to an unbraced parapet wall. It must be anchored without damage to the building. The 16 by 4 wall sign shall not extend above the top of the wall parapet, nor beyond the ends of the wall to which the signs are attached. Fact finding number 2, wall sign, and this is the International Building Code, H111.1 materials. Wall signs that have an area exceeding 40 square feet to be constructed of metal or other approved non-combustible materials. That applies here. H111.2 exterior wall mounting details. Wall signs attached to the exterior walls of solid masonry, concrete or stone shall be safely and securely attached by means of metal anchors for both extension screws of not less than 3/8 diameter and shall not be embedded. Wood block. Sound like I rewrote that again, didn't I? Let me keep going. A wall sign should not be supported by anchors secured to an unbraced parapet wall. H11.3 extension. Wall signs shall not exceed above. Yeah, we've already read this. Somehow I doubled that, but it's not going to hurt anything. Now, that International Building Code, Appendix 8, when it was referred to the ordinance of Blanco, was in 2015. That is fact finding number 3, Article 26.07, sign limits. The historic district, D, the cumulative total signage area for a corner lot in a non-residential may not exceed 96 square feet, provided that at least 1/3 of the cumulative total signage area is facing each right-of-way. So she's in compliance on the size, the way she wants it. The only thing that she would have to get, because it's more than 40 square feet, that it's non-combustible materials, because all plywoods will burn. That's the only thing that she'll have to, I guess Will can talk to her about that since he's the building code. And it's something that wherever they buy the plywood, they can get that particular plywood. If not, they sell solutions for it. I'll let you guys take over and do a discussion, and y'all can make a motion, and Rita can help you on the voting process.
I can help on what?
Voting
The
process.
voting process.
All right. Does anyone have questions for Rudy?
I have just one question.
Okay.
And I think it's answered in your report, but I'm just the wall that she's mounting to is stucco,
Correct.
or what's it? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. That was my only question.
Okay.
Rudy, this is Roxanne, and I have a question. In your section D, that the total signable area for a corner lot may not exceed 96 square feet. Was it that each sign was 64 square feet? So does that mean that their total signage square feet is?
Yeah. Okay.
Is
So
okay, or what's going on there?
on a corner building, she can put as much of a sign of 96 square feet. All she's requesting is a 64. So she's less. She's asking for less, not the total 96 per sign. So she's good to go.
Okay, so it's 96 per sign.
That she can legally put one up there, but she only wants 64 square feet.
Okay, great.
Okay.
But the rule states the cumulative total signable area.
On a corner building, Richard, one individual
Yeah.
faces the street, that's by itself. Then on 4th Street, that becomes a whole different section. That's by itself. Now, if she wants to add more signs, like on the canopy or on the windows or somewhere, then she cannot exceed 96 square feet. Okay?
Okay.
Rudy, this is Paul. So So you say the sign is fine, everything about the sign is fine except for the materials used. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
Okay. What you're saying in your report that
Yeah.
the sign is fine, the size and everything except for the material that she wants to use.
Yes, that's a good question. So it's good that it's the, let me see here. The MDO, it's a good material for exterior to the water, but once you go over 40 square feet with wood, then the International Building Code to protect buildings says that it must be a non-combustible material. And that her lumber company, whoever the sign company does that, they'll have to purchase that material in that direction.
But that won't affect us approving her COA tonight. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Will that affect commission from
No,
approving the COA?
no, it won't. I think I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. It won't affect the, what do they put on top of matting or paint? I don't know exactly how they paint signs, but if that's your question, it won't affect the look of the colors.
Okay.
Okay? It's just a treatment, Hollis, that they apply on it.
So I think that what Hollis is getting at is that can we approve the COA conditions specified that it has to be made non-combustible? Is that right, Hollis?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Can you repeat that, Roxanne, please?
Yes. So Hollis is asking, can we approve the application with the condition that the material has to be non-combustible?
Yes. Yes, when you look at the COA, let's turn to it. You have your COA, Roxanne?
Oh, hold on, let me pull it up. I apologize, everyone. I'm pulling up the file. Okay, I have it open in front of me.
Okay, page 3,
Okay.
where it says commission, action, approve, disapprove, where it says reason for disapprove or comment. What you want to print there, that it's been approved with the condition that the plywood is non-combustible.
Okay. All right, commissioners, do we have any further questions or any further discussion?
I have a question that doesn't actually necessarily pertain to this particular COA, but after we approve this COA, is it still subject to other rules for signage that Will Daves
No.
enforces? Or how does,
No.
or if we approve this, does it automatically just go forward?
We are a regulatory commission and we make the final decision. It then goes to the
Okay,
city. If
that's,
they turn around and, object to anything, then it's in the cities, but no, we are the final.
Okay.
Okay, and Will, if you're there, do you know whether or not this meets city code? If it were not coming before the historic commission, would it pass code?
What?
I was asking Will whether or not it would pass city code anyway.
Yes, it meets the criteria.
Okay. That's really what I was getting at. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, would anybody like to motion to vote on approval of the COA with the condition that it needs to be a non-combustible material?
Okay, your first vote on the approval of the finding of facts and any changes in first.
Okay, all right. Anybody would like to motion to approve on the finding of fact? Or
I move that we approve the finding of fact as written in the HPO's report.
I second it. Hollis seconds it.
all right, Richard motions, Hollis seconds. Let's vote. I'll vote yes. Pam Neighbors, I see a 1.
Richard
Richard?
Standifer votes yes.
Richard Standifer votes
Yes.
yes.
Hollis Boatright votes yes.
Hollis also votes yes. So I believe we have voted to approve the finding of facts. All right.
Now you vote on approving the COA based on the finding of facts.
All right. Would anyone like to motion approving the COA with the finding of facts, based on the finding of facts?
I make a motion to approve the COA for the old Waco Emporium building.
Hollis motions to approve. Anybody second? Pam Neighbors is motioning to second. So let's vote. Chair votes in approval, yes. Pam Neighbors votes yes.
Richard Standifer votes yes.
Richard
Hollis
Standifer yes.
votes yes.
And Hollis Boatright
Yes.
votes yes. So this is approved. All right. All right, next item under our COA and HPO report is that the local UDC4 does not line up with the state Texas Historical Commission CLG, and that we should adopt and enforce a local preservation ordinance. Rudy, would you like to elaborate?
Yeah, this is not to vote or anything. It's just a matter of information, if you will. In the future, maybe in 2021, we may consider getting a committee and looking into what questions some of the commissioners have, because I get a lot of questions and it's hard to answer. So I think a committee would work, but we'll do that the following year, 2021. Okay, any questions?
No, but I will make a statement because we do have a current local preservation ordinance. And so it's in the UDC, it's for the UDC. And so when there are changes that need to be made, that's the same procedure we would use.
Thank you, Retta.
Okay.
All right, so that was an information
That's
item.
it.
Let me just look through and make sure that we don't have anything else that we need to vote on tonight. I think that most of this is information as I'm flipping through. Does anybody want to correct me or have anything?
No.
Because otherwise we're just going to go through the rest of the agenda. I just want to make sure that we voted on everything while everybody is still on.
You have to call the meeting over if people leave and you don't have a quorum.
Right. Well, that's
You
why
can
I'm making sure.
Roxanne, you can go ahead and go to old business, because I still need to talk about this year.
You still need to talk about what?
Let's go ahead and go to old business. We'll take care of that other stuff later. in
Okay,
2021.
yeah, because you had some programs that you were interested in discussing, but we can
Yeah,
review those later.
yeah, I thought I would be ready, but I've had a lot of issues. People are trying to break into a property which they had. Somebody's trying to buy my other home. I'm running back and forth like a chicken without a head. So we need to move forward, okay?
It has been very interesting how things are almost shut down, and yet I too am busier than I expected. Like I said, schools have shut down. I appreciate that. So old business. We're going to move on to our old business. Surveys and inventory. That is Hollis. Did you what?
Well, like last month, I went to the library and I looked at it. And then I called a Leslie Wolfenden from the Historical Commission. And she sent me a CD I haven't looked at yet. And gave me two examples of the CLG grant proposal, and that's kind of where I am. I haven't really done anything with it yet.
Okay. Now, when you say the library, are you talking about our closet, or are you talking about the public library
The public library.
in the genealogy room?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next item for information, streetscapes. Retta, that is yours.
Okay, on the streetscapes, I have the original resolution that created the committee for the streetscapes. And so it was inactive for a while, and it's time to reactivate it and possibly amend it. And so maybe in the if we have a meeting at the end of November, which is actually the week after Thanksgiving, it doesn't interfere with Thanksgiving. These things can be talked about and be on the agenda. And also, there is a grant that will be opening up for if we decided to reactivate it and get the architect, and the grant would be Texas Preservation Trust Fund grant, and it will be open in January. So we do need to talk about this soon and make a decision. And what we do is go back to the city and request that they reactivate it, and if there's any amendments to be done, but it needs to be done within our commission because that's where it originated, and then the city approved it.
Thank you, Retta. Will you send us, will you just send us a reminder about this? And then that'll
Yes.
be helpful to me so that I can try to put it on my schedule to come up and meet you if we're going to try to work on grants.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we do this, if we can't get it, we don't want to miss grants. That's the whole thing, and that's what's happened with the what Hollis is working on, is that we missed our CLG grant, and I think that she was saying that we could even get it written by the 28th, and it would not have to be worked on anymore until the fall. It would still be good for the following one. But that was it. Yes, I'll call you.
Okay. Yes. Call me, and then we'll work on an email to everybody to see who can help and what information they have.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
so
on the next two, I already put my name on kiosks and tour brochures.
right.
I was just saying to him, we needed to look at all the things that are pending that need to be, loose ends need to be tied up and then finished, because I think money is the tour brochures. I think the printer has even been paid, and we can't find out where the brochures are. And the kiosks, I thought that Donnell had gone real far with the kiosks, and if they're, we just need to find the status of these things. There's a lot of things pending.
Okay, Retta, do you know who might have documentation about the kiosks or the brochures?
Jonelle did the work on it, but she's no longer on the commission. So I think that Darcy Westcott was a printer on it. I thought that she had the brochures.
Okay, I'll try to get a hold of Jonelle, but I don't personally know her, and I think that some of you do. So
Well,
if
it's real hard to get a hold of Jonelle. That's why I'm saying that maybe, I don't know. I think that both Rudy and Hollis have tried to find out on this. We need to find out because the money's been spent out of our budget.
all right, do any of our commissioners that are on, I see that Pam Neighbors is trying to say something, but I can't hear her. So if we can't hear you, Pam, send it to me. Or send it to us, BCC, everybody. Does anybody else know anything or have any documentation?
Yes,
Well,
go now
Excuse me, Pam.
about 2 weeks ago, and she told me that she would get me the draft of the walking tour brochure. But she didn't bring it by, so I'll call her again and see if I can't meet her or something and pick that up.
I will say this about the walking tour brochure. We have a new person on P&Z that has been a part of the walking tours in different countries where they get together as groups and they go and they walk from town to town and through and stay overnight. And she's really excited about this. And that brochure, she would probably bring it to Blanco if we can get that brochure done.
Just a second here. Pam, if you look in the top right corner of the screen, there's a little box that says, looks like a little chat. You can click on that and type in questions or concerns, and we can see them and read them if need be.
Well, and to note that Pam just did send me a message. This is Roxanne, that she is going to try to talk to Jonelle and get information on the brochure at the printer's office.
Good. Christine had said even, maybe even later. Of course, the virus COVID's going on, so it's something that maybe when things in the spring that we would have it ready, and she could bring some groups to Blanco in this area for walking tours.
I hope so. Oh, and Rudy had actually mentioned in his report that he wanted to try to do another walking tour with the commission, just so you all know. So we're going to try, look for space in your calendar, please, at the beginning of next year to do a walk around the square in the historic district. Last old business item is workshops and committee plannings and updates for November and December. We have already been talking about this meeting that we are going to need to have November 16th. This is a special meeting. This is for Bruce Properties, and I haven't seen the application yet. I assume that Rudy and I will see it soon and we'll be forwarding it to all of our commissioners.
Now, are you talking about mine, Roxanne?
Yes, Retta.
Oh, good.
Yes, the one,
And
the meeting on the 16th.
I appreciate this. I hate to do this and call something so fast, but there's a real time problem with this, and it's has to be done. All of mine have to be done by the 11th of January, and I am trying to work surgery and being gone for to rehab and everything. So, and I appreciate y'all having another one, but we'll get everything into you. Thank you.
Retta, will you let me know, has the application already been turned in?
No, we're working on it right now. Everything will be turned in by Wednesday, and then Rudy had said he would call a meeting, and I guess he's already talked to the builder or the roofer and everything on it, and that he could have it ready by Monday, apparently.
City Hall will be closed on Monday.
Oh,
it's a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, City Hall's closed on Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday? Oh, is it? Well, then can he turn it in Thursday morning and get it approved so he can do the notice and agenda by Friday?
Notice the agenda has to be posted by Thursday afternoon, so it has to be in Thursday morning.
Okay, Rudy, can you do that?
Yes, Retta,
If I have everything?
Retta, the main thing is to get the agenda out. I'll work on your COA and report over the weekend. It's not a problem.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get it to the city hall Thursday morning. Or
Yes,
Tuesday,
because
we get it.
we have our posting requirements. So commissioners, please have a look at your calendars and let us know if you're available.
72 hours is the requirement before.
And what day would that be, Will?
Thursday.
Well, actually, Friday to Monday night, 72 hours. When would we have the meeting? Monday night?
Doesn't include the weekends, so you got to have Thursday, Friday, and Monday.
Are you serious? It changed, and thank you.
Well, and we have to make sure everyone's there. We have
Yes.
and we do have 40 days. So
Well,
everybody, please check your calendars and see whether or not you're available, and let me and Rudy know right away, and we'll send you that application as soon as we can.
If not, we can change. If we can't, we can change it to another night besides on Monday night. A special meeting, maybe on Tuesday night.
All right, everybody. Yeah, so we'll look at our calendars and try to get that on in time.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm looking at our agenda. We don't have much more on here. Does anybody else have any input or anything that they would like to address before we adjourn tonight?
The only thing I would like, this is Hollis, is November and December, like committee plannings. Like we're usually during November and Christmas. Not around. So if there's any meetings, I probably would not come. Late November and late December.
Hollis, you cut out a little bit, but I think that you said that you probably wouldn't be able to attend meetings during the holiday season.
Correct.
What if
Noted.
an emergency, special meeting, need a special meeting?
Well, I could come until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have it the week of Thanksgiving.
That's what I was saying. Right.
It would be after, probably.
So if we have to bump the special meeting, it might be the week after Thanksgiving or the first week of December.
I think we ought to, which special meeting are you talking about? About Retta COA?
Any that might come up, because sometimes the emergencies do come up on a building permit or a COA. Mine, hopefully, everything will fall in place for this coming week.
Yeah, I'd like to take care of yours from my point of view as soon as possible. But I don't know about meeting between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It might be difficult. So that's just my perspective.
I agree with you, Richard.
I would generally assume that we are very busy between Thanksgiving and Christmas in the new year. So if an emergency comes up, we will coordinate. I'll do a doodle poll. I don't know if you all are familiar with that, but it's this little survey where I can send you out your preferences on time, and you can let me know when you're available, when you're not available, and which times you prefer. If it comes up, we'll figure out some type of scheduling apparatus.
Sounds fair.
I agree.
And I have one more statement. This is a real well-run meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I think that we have addressed all of our main agenda items.
Roxanne, I have a
Oh,
question.
go on. Yes, Rudy.
So on the future agenda item, special meeting, we're only going to talk about one thing. It's the COA and HPO report. Is that correct? Or is there anything else I need to put on the agenda?
All right. So we have the Retta's COA is the only thing on the special meeting that we have coming up,
And approve the minutes from last month.
and approving the minutes from October 26th, which we will send out ahead of time.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have some revisions on the gateway sign.
Okay.
So
Okay. So that might be on the agenda.
there's no guarantee, but he did promise he would do that this week. So I'm assuming he's been good to his word so far. So I'm
Okay.
assuming we'll have it.
That's 3 items. So that's 3 items, Roxanne. So it should be a short meeting then.
Okay, good. I do have a question for Will, which is, when is the next city council meeting?
Okay, we have a council meeting tomorrow night, and that's the only one scheduled until December the 8th.
Okay, so our new commissioners are not going to be approved tomorrow night, right?
I'll have to check and see if we may have put it on the agenda in anticipation of, but I can't remember.
I will. It is on the agenda. This is Rudy. It is on the agenda.
Okay, then it would be
Okay,
approved.
so then it is possible that we might actually have some new commissioners by our special meeting.
And the only other thing is P and Z, and P and Z meets on Monday as well. They will meet on the 7th.
December 7th?
Yeah, December 7th.
Okay. All right, Rudy, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Retta, anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, Richard? No?
I have nothing else.
All
Nope.
right, Pam Neighbors? Nothing? All right, Hollis, anything else?
No.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I move that we adjourn our meeting.
Richard moves that we adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Pam Neighbors, second. All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
We've got
Aye.
an aye from Hollis, an aye from Richard, an aye from the chair, and an aye from Pam Neighbors. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Thank you.